my name is Anita Arun, and I am basically an engineer and MBA. So I was working in the corporate sector for about 10 years, and then I quit my job when my children were born. So, like everyone else, my spiritual journey began during the lockdown period, where everybody was restless, everybody was looking for answers, and that is when even I decided to explore why things are happening, and what are the complications that life has in store, and things like that. So I did a few courses, went through a lot of healing sessions, but nothing really gave me the answers that I was looking for. So around this time last year, my father is a very big fan of Mystic Lotus, and he attended this session last year. And halfway through Vijay ma'am's session last year, he pulled me and he said, look, you have to see this. And I said, no, I'm busy cooking. I can't come right now. And he said, no, you have to come onto this call and you have to hear her. So then when I started listening, I was like, okay, this seems interesting, but I'll take a look at it later. But he was like, no, I insist, you have to pay the money, you have to join the course. So then I was like, okay, fine, I'll give it a try. And that's how it all began. So when I started the course, and I was like, okay, it'll just be another Akashic record class, like a regular one, and I'll just go through it for the sake of it and things like that. But when the class started, there was nothing about Akashic records in the beginning. There was so much to talk about in terms of spirituality, in terms of the initial spiritual discourse that she talks about. It's really beautiful. It talks about all the belief systems that we carry. It talks a lot about the universe. It talks about chakras, clearing blockages, and things like that. So by the time you come to the actual Akashic record experience, you really have a blank state of mind. So you're not really carrying forward all the blind beliefs and things that you actually carry forward with you. So you get rid of all of that. She really works with you for a period of time before you actually understand why it's important to get rid of belief systems. And like she said, it's something that if you hold on to a blockage, then you will not be able to access the record. But once that is completed, I started going on this Akashic journey with her, and it was a beautiful time. In fact, even today, we have weekly practice sessions with her. She's not somebody who just do the class and just let you be after that. Even today, we have weekly practice sessions where it's so much interactive. It is so much fun. And even today, all of us are learning. Every session with her, you still get to learn something new, something different. And people still come to the class only for the 10 minutes prior to the call when you can just hear her speak about her general experiences. It's a beautiful time that we get to spend with her. So the class is not just like a regular class where you would just listen, hear, get some notes and walk away. It's something that we're still continuing. The journey is magical. We still are learning something every day. And the process is made very simple, very easy to understand. We did a lot of, sessions. She makes sure that all of her students interact with each other. Each one practices on the other one and gets to understand. So I also got a lot of my records read from all my batchmates. So like everyone else is talking, I myself had 3 miscarriages. So I also had a lot of trauma that I carried with me. So I had to understand why I went through these 3 different miscarriages, what the messages these children were giving me. And then after the birth of my children, they also had a lot of things that they were going through. So like she was giving the earlier example about this child swimming, that was my daughter. At the age of 7, when we had gone on a holiday, we had been on the banks of a river, and at the age of 7, she started screaming. It was like scary to see a 7-year-old child get scared of the water when she was okay with water before. So when I met Vijay ma'am, I asked her this question on why she's so scared of the water. She would not put her head inside, or she would not go into the swimming pool. Like it was just a sudden trigger that happened. So when we went back and saw her record, she had drowned in the lake, in one of the lakes, and that lake that she described was very similar to the one that we had been on a holiday for. So that was a trigger. So even though it had happened many years ago, that trigger is something that got a fear in her, and she refused to go into the water. So for us, we had to take a little while to understand that she was going through some trauma, and this is something that she would be carrying forward. But recently, last month, we were in Singapore and we were on holiday. So I knew she would not enter the pool. So I took my son and I went, and she said, I'm coming to the pool. And I said, what happened to you? She said, this water, I will not drown. Nothing is going to happen to me. I saw her swimming every day for 15 days with her head under the water. which was totally surprising to me. And she got onto boat rides, which is like, I cannot even imagine her doing that. So then she got onto a boat ride all alone and she said, nothing will happen to me. It's fine. You don't worry about me. And my husband is like, are you sure? Can I come with you? And she's like, no, it's fine. I will do it. So, I mean, I've never told her anything, or, these are things that you don't even have to tell the person, tell the child that we're doing this and things like that. It's a beautiful transformation that happens. And it's something that I've seen with my own eyes. So I've seen relationships. I've seen things like why my 7-year-old does not eat food on his own. A very small matter, but seen Akashic records for things like that. I've seen for my miscarriages. In fact, one time when I went to Vijay ma'am, we were checking the Akashic record for some person, and then she gave me a completely different story. And it wasn't even connected to the question that I was asking her. So I was like, but you're giving me the story of a king and 3 ministers and friends and things like that, but that's not my question. But she said, that's not your question, but that's the thing that's on your mind at the moment. And that is exactly what was going on in my head. There was some misunderstanding that was happening between a group of friends and me, and I was really troubled by that. But I was asking her a different question. But the Akashic space beautifully answered that question when what was on my mind is what came up on the record rather than the question that was asked. So that was also a very beautiful thing that happens with the Akashic space. And it really gives you the answers to what's the thing that's like topmost in your mind. So last 1 year has been a beautiful journey with Vijay ma'am. She is someone who is more than a friend. She is somebody who's been with us for the last 1 year, being with us every step of the way like a friend. I have evolved so much in the last 1 year. There's been a beautiful transformation. All the restlessness is gone. I've calmed down quite a bit. I have started my own journey, and I have also started training. I have also started taking clients. I have taken about 150 plus clients in the last 1 year. And I have also started my journey in terms of teaching Akashic records to others. So even in the process of teaching others, Vijay ma'am reached out to me and she said, do you want any help in terms of, creating the material or reaching out people and things like that? So she's not somebody who would just do the teaching and walk away. She handholds you like a child till the time you need support. Every step of the way, she's always there with us. So a beautiful journey with her, and I'm sure this journey is something that will go forward for a long time. So if anybody is planning to do Akashic records or any kind of healing modality, I would highly recommend Vijay ma'am. So it's been a wonderful year. Thank you so much, Vijay ma'am, for everything.
Thank you, Anita. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much.